you beautiful souls? I hope you're doing really well. Today is another update tarot card reading for the missing teenager Jay Slater from the UK. He's 19. You may have seen this in the news and everything. So this is an updated reading. Don't worry, relationship readings have not gone from the channel, and all picker cards, I'm still doing those, and you can still have your love readings, and I'm also doing private readings still as well. So this is just a little bit of something extra for the playlist as well. I still have the love relationship playlist going, so if you were after those, they're still there. Okay, so today's tarot reading for the channel is still an updated reading for Jay Slater. So I've done one for a few days, and this reading is going to be about the men in the B&B. Now, Mark Williams Thomas, who is a private investigator that's working with the Slater family and a little bit with the police as well. Loads of people, he is saying that lots of people on social media are getting it right, while others are getting it madly wrong. But he has said, and you can refer back to the reading that I've done on the channel about the two men in the B&B, and in the reading I said one will speak, and this was a few days ago, and one I don't feel will ever speak, and the one that isn't speaking is the one that's got a lot to hide. And the fact that I think he ran away from the B&B, and I feel like that they're not really bothered about him anyway. They're more bothered about themselves and incriminating themselves and what the can of worms can open up. So that's come out in the statement from Mark Williams. Yesterday. You can go and refer to that somewhere online as well. It's around. So that's what's come out. So now we know that Jay could not return to the B&B because he was frightened of something. So and also I feel I referred in my reading to the fact that, you know, teenagers funny about their phones. And if you know, don't you? I don't know if you're like me, but when you see your phone is getting like to about 25%, you think, oh my, there's a little panic in you that thinks, I need to charge that. He was on like 1%, and it's like that phone was going to go off any second. What would make someone not go back, you know? So the only reason to not go back to the B&B, like his friend Lucy said, is that he was frightened. You wouldn't go back if you were scared of something, which I felt he was. So we're going to have a look today of maybe what it was that happened in that B&B and what he could have been scared about, why he wouldn't go back up and start walking through those mountains where they can't find him. So here we go. Bear with me. Let's ask Spirit for guidance with this reading, because it could be very, very emotionally draining. Okay, I'll also see what psychically I can pick up today as well. So I'm just going to ask straight out. In the last reading that we did, please Spirit, I know that one of the guys would have sung like a canary, and the other one was the King of Swords. I can still see it. It came out in reverse, which is very much a person who's lying, who won't speak, who is corrupt person. I doubt he'll say a word, anything at all. You won't hear nothing coming from him. And I knew that those two men didn't care a damn about what happened to Jay Slater, even though they pretended they were friends. And I knew also in that last reading, go and watch it, guys. It's on the playlist here. It's the last, not second to last one that I did, about 4 or 5 days back. In fact, this situation is annoying them, because the feeling I'm getting is because it's opening up a big can of criminal worms. This is what I'm feeling, and they don't want to implicate themselves, and I feel like this has gone so viral, they can't hide from it, you know. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, what was Jay running from, please? Why was he so frightened to go? Oh my goodness. Okay, the Justice card in reverse is telling me there is an injustice going on, so something definitely has happened. The Justice card in reverse is mistreatment, it's dishonesty, unfair. The Chariot is in reverse. You see, if you've got a Chariot reversed, you're going somewhere. The Chariot in the tarot, if you're going to relate Chariot to modern times, as I call it, this would be a vehicle. This would be an actual car, a train, a bus, whatever. Often it's a car for me. This has come out in reverse. I'm straight away, and I've got awful feeling in my stomach and I want to cry. I don't think they wanted to let him leave. There was no vehicle. He wasn't going to give anybody a lift down the mountain. My voice is gone as well. Oh, okay. So, there was no vehicle. He wasn't giving a lift down the mountain to Jay at all. No chance. The Page of Pentacles is usually a young man. Okay. Your Page of Pentacles would be money news, okay? And your Page of Pentacles in reverse would be a troublemaking kid. Somebody who would steal money, would be extremely immature, very naive, and would really be struggling. There is definitely mistreatment of Jay here. He wasn't going to give him a lift, not with the Chariot in reverse. Not in the vehicle anyway. So what was it? They owed Jay money? Jay owed them money. Well, I know that there's talk of him stealing a watch, another Page of Swords. Something very unfair has happened to Jay with these two cards. The Page of Swords can be somebody who, this is definitely legal issues. This could have been maybe arrests going to happen if, you know, I think they were hiding him. This is also a card of bad news. This shows a very weak young person, troublemaking weak young person. Let me see. Two men in the B&B, please. Ace of Cups reversed. Sadness. Being let down. The Hermit. There's that cave again. The Hermit goes in the cave. It's usually it's a physical distance card. It's often a card of loneliness. Let me just get some more cards for that Hermit in reverse, because that's the feeling I got all the way through, guys, is that I do feel that Jay is somewhere on the mountain, and I feel like he's in some kind of dark. It's not a ravine. It feels very dark, huge hole, so a cave would be apt, or a big water pipe or something like that, or a big rock that he's fallen into. You know, there's an affluent woman behind this every time I read. I'll say it again, all the way through my readings, there's always a self-sufficient female coming out who's loaded, I think. Do you know the watch? Sorry, I sound like I'm talking to my best friend. Well, you are my friends, aren't you? So do you know... Sorry, you caught me off guard because I'm so into it at the minute. Okay, I feel like he's inside somewhere, very dark, the Hermit, which I've felt all the way through. Every time I've read privately and as a film, there's always an affluent female behind all of this. And there she is again, in the disguise of the Nine of Cups, sorry, the Nine of Pentacles, which is about being loaded and riches and affluence. I'm feeling, and I don't know why, that the feeling I've got is there was a watch. I feel there was a very expensive watch. It probably wasn't even a Rolex. It was worse than that. Much more expensive than that. I'm also feeling that there's definitely a very older, affluent female behind this, and I keep wondering, was it her watch? Because it's something that, was it stolen off a lady and not off a man? Like, did it belong to a female? I think what's happened, I know that he's done something with the watch. I think he has taken it. I feel that almost like, I'm going to say it, because if I don't put it out there and then it happens and it's coming out, then I'll think I'll kick myself. The feeling I'm getting, and I'll put it out there, is that this watch may have belonged to the wife of somebody very important. So this person is going to kick off if that's your wife, you know, for the disrespect. I do feel like he stole something. I feel like these two men probably wanted to help him, but I think they betrayed him. That's what I'm sensing. I think he had to run. I think he may have heard something in that B&B. Who on earth would go into the mountains? Why would you do that? Because if what his friends are saying are true, I think that they were covering up probably the theft of the watch. I feel like that Lucy girl is being treated very, very unfairly. I think she did know that he'd stolen the watch, but I think that she was really genuinely concerned about him being lost in that mountain. And I've seen so much stuff online that just makes me think they are judging her because she's a girl, she's 18, and she's in some clothes, certain type of clothes. I'm sorry, that's my feeling. You might not agree with me, but hey. But there is an affluent, rich female behind all of this. Either the watch belonged to her, or she's married to the person they stole the watch from. There is a female behind all of this. It's older, very wealthy female behind all of this in the background. Now, I'm going to pull more cards out, but my senses are also, I don't know if you've watched my last readings, there's something happening in the August months under the sign of Leo, significant. We may find Jay, they might find him, but I'm at this morning, as I was eating my breakfast, because I knew I was going to do this reading today for you, I felt the energies of like the police banging down doors in Tenerife. They might already be doing it because I've got a feeling there's something very secretive, in some kind of secret investigation going on with the police there. That's why they've called off the search, and that's why they are not saying much, because I think they already know a lot of stuff. So let me see what else I can tell you. I'm going to use my spirit deck, Voice of the Souls deck here. We've got forgiveness coming out. Is Jay begging for forgiveness here? Oh my God, yes. Oh, I'm going to cry. I've got horrible feelings. This is why I absorb energy, guys. I'm sorry, I do. And this is why I'm always actually started to shake. I don't know if you can see that. My hands are weird. So, forgiveness, help. I do feel he's been very mistreated. Look what's fallen out. Karma, absolutely. I feel like those two guys is about to unravel, open up a big can of criminal worms to do with the men in the B&B. Forgiveness, help and karma. He did ask for help, didn't he? Bless him. I know he's not an angel, but I think half of the stuff online is far-fetched. I think he's a bit of a scamp. But I just feel he's been betrayed by these two men. There was no lift in a car. I don't even think that he stole the watch for money. I think he stole the watch because he didn't like that arrogant person. I believe that he stole the watch from some person who was like very, very drunk, very up themselves, and probably caused a bit of trouble and tried to teach them a lesson. Maybe the money bit came after with the two guys. Nah. This smells a rat to me. We've got slavery and bondage. Cowardly actions. I said I felt my hands were weird. I wonder if they tied him or tried to tie him. Indiscretion and lie telling. Absolutely. Guys, and the baby, falsehood. This is a bunch of lies. Let me get one more card. Laziness. It's coming out. For me, that laziness card is the feeling that those two guys at the B&B, it's more of an inconvenience. This young scamp with your pages there in reverse has gone missing to them. It's like, you know, now we're in trouble because of him. They really, for me, they feel like they don't care. So I'm going to be totally honest as well. Somebody's asked me if they, in the comment section, if they feel that Jay is still with us or not. I don't feel him on the other side. Now, I don't know whether I'm being hidden. See, this is why I haven't answered it, because I don't feel him on the other side. I do feel that he's in trouble, though. And I'm not the only, not yet anyway, and that sounds terrible, but I just don't, I usually can tell, and I don't know if some of you read tarot and stuff, look at a picture of him and really concentrate on his eyes. You can usually tell on someone, if you've got some kind of gift, psychic gift, you can tell in someone's eyes whether they've gone over. If you can just get that feeling, it's usually you can see it quite quickly, but concentrate on the person's eyes in a photograph of them. I'm not seeing it at this point in time. Whether I'm being protected from it, and this is why I haven't answered the question in certain readings, I'm not sure that he's passed or not. I know he's been betrayed. I know there was no lift down the mountain. The authorities seem to think he's still on the mountain. I know that he wouldn't have survived in a big hole. I don't know if he's been hidden, and moved around is what I know a lot of psychics who I respect have said. He's been moved around. They also don't feel him past either. So we've got slavery and bondage, cowardly actions, indiscretion and lie-telling, falsehood, laziness, and underneath that, hang on, there was forgiveness, help, and karma. It will come to them. I feel like there will be some kind of answers to this. There'll be a big answer. I'm sensing under the horoscope, the astrology sign of Leo, so it's coming. And where are we today? 12th of July. It's almost there. I've got a feeling each few days we're going to hear something very significant. I would keep your eyes on the guy, Mark Williams Thomas, his name is. I think I've got his name wrong before. But yeah, I feel like there's some hiding. There is some, I think that, you know, I don't think we're looking at somebody who is, I still feel like the watch was taken for teaching someone a lesson, as in big snob person, maybe even, you know, banged into him or something like that, I'm sensing. But it's turned really nasty, like almost like a disrespect, and teaching that person a lesson. I feel like that he's been betrayed by the two guys. I do feel like neither one will say anything now, because they know that there's probably people higher up than them that are going to teach them a lesson for getting all this to come out, you know. There's something there. I think there's a lot of opportunists here as well, but this has opened a big can of that's bigger than this, you know. It's almost like these guys are like annoyed that this is happening, because they're now in trouble, and now it's opened up a big can of worms, and this is why everything went silent. There's something in it not being really reported on the British main news. It stopped after a week. Now, I know there are a lot of missing persons out there, cases, a lot of missing people, loads. But this one is particularly weird. Okay, my lovelies, I'll leave you with that. I don't know if I'll leave the comment section or not. Someone said they should get a moderator. I'll leave the comment section open. Please be respectful in the comments as well. Thank you so much. I'll be back really soon. Take care till next time. Bye bye.